So yeah, my friends, our last stream was horrible. Yeah. Honestly, like this is so bad because like I waste time with these freaking games. And now to bring you like another, because I still have a bit of time. Now to bring you another, I am going to be conditioned by the amount of time that I have in here, to present you another one. Yeah, I'm not talking about the fetch quest one, okay? Because I'm not going to put the other one in my YouTube channel. No, there's no way. I'm talking about the one we played after that one. If you are seeing this on the YouTube channel, I'm sorry, I'm not even going to put the other one. Like, leave it. No. And the game was even saying that the demo was going to take me like 30 minutes. I was like, okay, it's just 30 minutes, a tiny one, short one. It took us, how long? It was like, what? Almost 2 hours. Honestly, it's insane of like a shitty game. Honestly, this is why I keep telling you that. I never know what I'm going to get in here. I never know. It's just like I'm playing the demos with you in here, and then sometimes you just get something that you just want to forget about. Yeah, leave that one aside. I'm not even going to put it. So right now I know this one is good. Okay, so it's fine. I'm like, this one I know it's good. This is from let me close this. Okay, Gretuski. I don't know. Great Gretuski Studios. And I'm saying that this one is probably good because they had another one. What was the name of the other one? I don't know. Let me see if I can see it in here. Yeah, the Love Spell one. They had like another game which was like the Love Spell one. They also have a demo for that one. We'll just do this one. This is the most recent one. That is still not out. It's still coming to us, okay? But if you are curious, you can actually see the other one that they had. And for me, that one was kind of like, I liked it, okay? But it was not, I'm not going to say that it was a favorite. But I thought it was like, well done. It was well done, okay? So, but I know a lot of people loved it. They just loved it. And this one is called Peachleaf Valley Seeds of Love, a farming-inspired Otome. And the story goes like, there comes a point in life when we are faced with overwhelming darkness. Times when nothing seems to go our way, and despite our hardest efforts, it feels as if we still aren't rewarded. And such is the case with our heroine, a young artist who has lived her whole life amidst looming skyscrapers in a superficial city. One day, without notice, she loses both her job and her home. Lost, frustrated, and with nowhere to go, she wanders through a farmer's market at the local park. There she meets an elderly farmer who wails from a distant valley in the countryside. The man smiles at her, warmth and kindness radiating from his eyes as he hands her a flower. You know, where I'm from, that flower there is usually given to people who live on a journey, in a way to hope for prosperous new beginnings whenever they might find themselves. And just as life is filled with despair at times, it comes to show us it is also filled with incredible wonder, beauty, and adventure. In a spur of the moment, our heroine decides to leave her old life behind and starts another one anew in a valley filled with flowers where the sea and sky and the earth all seem to meet. So, having played the other game, I can say like their games are usually like the funny type of ones. I haven't played this one though. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it's like 4 love interests. It seems so. And this is a pure Otome. Pure Otome. She's like, it's only guys, okay? Like that she's dating. And it's called like that when it's like that. Let me see his path. Romantic CGs, user choices, multiple navigate system. I don't know how long the demo is going to take us. And I'm very sorry to tell you that maybe we are not going to end today, because yeah, the other one just consumed so much time with stupid shit going on. Yeah, but it's like that. I never know what's going to happen. It's like that. So let's start this thing. Maybe I need to maybe it's a bit too loud. I don't know. Let's see it. What is your name? Serafina. Okay, Serafina. Very well. Are you sure this is the name you want? Yes, sure it can be. I don't mind. Oh, it's a bit loud. A new start, prologue. So I close my eyes to old ends and open my heart to new beginnings. Nick Fredrickson. I swallow a lump forming in my throat as my boss slowly brings his gaze up to meet mine.
You're fired!
Oh, okay. Oh, we do have some voice acting in here. I don't remember. The other one didn't have voice acting, did it? I don't think it did. I don't think the other one has voice acting. Honestly, I don't remember very well, but I don't think so. What? If this is the type of work you deem worthy enough to submit to us after such a lenient deadline, okay, it's partially probably, then I honestly don't have much else to say to you. Boss, wait, I can resubmit a new draft or make any changes necessary. But what exactly is wrong with the current proposal? I thought that...
Everything!
I can't help but gulp as my boss narrows his eyes at me, slamming his hand onto the desk. I watch as he coldly taps on my art proposal before clearing his throat. This is not the level nor quality of work we expected when we hired you as the lead artist for this project, Miss Serafina.
It's almost as if you deem this position to be a joke of sorts.
Sir, I can assure you that is most definitely not the case. The urgency in my voice pitches my volume higher, and I can't help but tense up in my chair. It isn't like that at all. I was beyond overjoyed and truly honored to be chosen for this project. I admit that perhaps my art's quality has not been the highest as of late, but I can change that. Please allow me to resubmit a new one. No, and this is not something to be discussed. Desperation rises in my chest as I feel panic settle into my stomach, and I unconsciously stand up and bow my head. Sir, please, I'm begging you. I cannot afford to lose this position right now. The reason I haven't been able to concentrate is because I'm in the process of getting evicted. Oh, really? My apartment complex suddenly announced their demolition plans, and I've been swamped attempting to find a new place and finish this proposal. But I swear to you, I can...
Tell me, why is it that your excuses are always more creative than your art pieces?
My heart feels like it stopped in my chest as I stare at the pair of ice-cold eyes staring back at me. For a moment, I feel like a deer peering into bright, fast-approaching headlights, seconds from a tragic fate. I can only watch my boss open his mouth once again, grabbing my proposal in the process.
Perhaps you should have become a writer instead, if you're so good at coming up with stories.
However, we need an artist, not a writer. One that can deliver work, not excuses. I can feel my blood run cold as I watch my boss slowly grab my art proposal. The very same proposal I had stayed up working day and night on for the last several weeks. The very same one that just a few hours ago I was so proud of.
Your proposal was... garbage, for lack of a better word.
I hope you will come to realize that as an artist. He narrows his eyes as he opens the cover of my proposal one last time before looking back up at me. and throwing it in the trash. You are an easily replaceable asset in such a competitive industry. If you're going to spend more time fabricating excuses rather than meeting a client's minimal expectations, then perhaps you should have considered a different career choice.
You're not an artist. You're an amateur.
And this company is not looking to employ amateurs. We are looking to employ professionals. One that you have already been replaced with. Okay, so the thing in here is that he probably already has someone in mind and he needed an excuse to fire us. It's probably like that. I can't help but rub my temples as what feels like the heaviest, longest sigh of my life escapes me. I watch as all sorts of people stream like ants throughout the city streets, each with their own destinations in mind. Eventually, I can't do much else and opt to stare into a lukewarm cup of coffee in front of me. Fired and getting called garbage right to my face, huh? Definitely not how I expected my weekend to start. My heart feels heavy as I look up from my drink to gaze out at the clear blue sky that seems to stretch on forever amidst towering skyscrapers. And to think of how beautiful a day it is today, it almost feels like the world's mocking me somehow. My attention is diverted when I hear the sound of a child's laughing. My eyes trail over to a young boy tugging his mother's arm with one hand and clutching a small sketchbook in another as the pair sit down at the table near my own. He opens the sketchbook, flipping to a page of a specific drawing before suddenly jumping up on the chair. The mother laughs as she watches her son strike the same pose as the crayon-colored character before her. Oh, and this is Thunderman. I drew him during recess when everyone else was outside. Why, he's so handsome. Look at all these details. Oh, I'm so proud of you, Munchkin. You're getting so good at drawing. Thanks, Mom. When I grow up, I want to become an artist and draw my own superheroes. Oh, you're gonna be a great artist, sweetie. I just know it. You're already so talented and you work so hard. What else could you need? I feel my grip on my coffee cup tighten as I watch the beaming child show his mom more and more sketches in his notebook. The sparkled look of joy, hope, and happiness that beams in his eyes. It's one I remember well. I can't help but swallow the forming lump in my throat as I grab my drink and slam it into a nearby trash can. As I walk away from the tables, I shake my head sadly as the mother and son's laughter echoes in my ears and my heart. Don't be stupid, kid. As much as we all want it to be that way, the truth is hard work doesn't guarantee anything in the real world. Yeah. Let me tell you something. There are people out there that keep coming. They keep coming with this philosophy, like this story, this philosophy that, oh, you just need to really work hard. And I would even say, like, from an older generation, people tend to do that. It's all a matter of you working hard and you're going to guarantee. Look, it doesn't work like that. It just doesn't. Imagine, you can even be like, for instance, in art, you can even be like that guy that passed 20 years of your life designing and creating and designing and trying the best. And there's just like this genius boy that went to college like 3 years, and because like he's just a freaking genius, he didn't have to take like 20 years like you, and he just goes there and he gets it all. So like that thing of like it's to work hard. There comes like stop with that conversation, people. Stop it. Honestly. Yeah, of course. If you want to work hard, you should work hard to get the things that you like, you know. But that type of talking is very old-fashioned by now. Like there are other things that actually allows you to, you know, get a better position in this life. Even a simple thing as luck, having luck, okay, which is something that you don't have a way of getting a hold into that, you know. It's just many times it's just that too. It's like some people have more luck than others, and what are you going to do about it, you know? Oh, just work hard. It doesn't work like that, you know. So it irritates me when people come with that conversation like it's just work hard. It doesn't, it's not like that, because in the old days you didn't have so many like competition. Nowadays you have like a ton of people doing the same things that you do, and many of them, they are like, I don't know, they were born with that genius kind of thing. They didn't have to what is the word, like strive to get into the place where you are right now. It's just sometimes it's a matter of like your own abilities, your luck. It has to do with having like people that can get you in certain positions. It has to do with so many things, you know. It's not the working hard anymore, you know. The only thing it will earn you is realizing just how stupid those dreams of yours once were. But you should not stop having hopes and dreams anyway. And as I said, and if you want to work hard for something, you should anyway, you know. It's just that you have a lot of competition nowadays, and you have other factors involved in there. For your sake, I hope along the path of life you find something else that can make you smile like that. Because art just isn't worth it. Take it from me. Without uttering a word, I quickly walk away to escape watching a shadow of what I once used to be too. I wouldn't say like art nowadays. Like I know a lot of people that kind of feel like they got betrayed because of the AI and all of it in terms of art. And I think the best that you can do is within what is out there, and the AI and all of it, is grabbing what you have and maybe transform it and do something different. Okay? Because I can ask an AI to create, it happened to me. Like I asked the AI to create me like an image of like a person with their hands up his how do you say it? With their hands up, basically. And he created the person, and the hands were facing backwards. It was just so awkward, like, because it's an AI, you know. And that's when you start realizing that the AI may be a tool that you can use to create something. But from what the AI created, you can actually do a lot more. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? You don't have to think it in a way that, oh, the AI got in here and destroyed all of my career. No, it's not like that. You need to like grab the tool and do something about it, something creative and new about it, you know. And maybe you have like an escape route in there. We need to look at things like sometimes in another prism. Without uttering a word, I quickly walk away to escape watching a shadow of what I once used to be too. A shadow of a happy, dreaming kid who loved what she did more than anything. The shadow of a person who doesn't exist anymore. Also, you don't have to be so pessimistic, girl. You can try other companies, okay? It's kind of like that. My feet carry me down familiar city streets as the evening sun begins to set and golden hues illuminate the sky. But before I have a moment to take in the uplifting sight, an email notification from my phone commands my attention. Dear Miss Seraphine, this is urgent. Reminder, please be aware that you have 3 days to vacate the premise at 302 New Street Lane. The demolition of the complex will begin Monday morning at sunrise. All tenants and belongings must be removed by then. Any and all belongings that still remain in the property by next Monday will be considered garbage and thrown away. Please act accordingly. Monday? What? That's impossible. I gonk at my phone as I stop to read the full email, earning a few strange glances from other passers-by. My heart races in my chest as I frantically dial my landlord's number. After a few moments, a voice picks up.
Hello, this is Frank speaking.
Frank, this is Serafina from apartment 302. I just got an email from the complex saying that demolition begins Monday morning? How is that possible when barely a week ago you told me I had another month to move?
Oh, yeah, about that. Sorry for the confusion, but there's been a, slight change in the plans.
Slight? What? What are you talking about? Yeah, you see, the company that bought that complex wants to start building a water park on it ASAP. We say ASAP. Yeah, I know, you say ASAP. We just, I don't know why, but in here we just read things like, these type of things like that, like Mia, ASAP, LOL, we just read it like that. And while the original agreement said a month.
The CEO called me yesterday and offered me $500,000 to start next week. Can you believe it?
What?
I know! Ain't that something? So, yeah, you gotta get out of there.
Frank, are you crazy? How am I supposed to find a place to live and move into in 3 days? It's Friday. In here, you could not do this. Absolutely. You could not do this. Like, you have laws, like, one of the things that sometimes, like, I find it funny because Americans come in here and say, like, you have so many bureaucracy, you know, like, and I'm like, yeah, but it also feels other things, which is like, if you had a situation like this, no. The law doesn't permit it. They cannot do this. Even if they were offered a lot of money, you know, you cannot. You just absolutely cannot. She would just go to the police and file a complaint, and yeah, the landlord would be screwed. Just like that.
Yeah, I understand and all that, but, money talks, baby!
Sorry about the short notice, but I'll need you out pronto. But Frank...
Oh, got another call coming in. Ain't much more to discuss, sweetheart. Deal's a deal.
But Monday morning, I need you out of there. No ifs and ands or buts. I scream out in frustration as the call drops and I can only gonk into my phone. By Monday, where the hell am I supposed to go? I just got laid off, for God's sake. Taking notice of the passing strangers and nearby security guards shooting me curious glances, I feel my cheeks flush red in embarrassment. I clear my throat as I continue walking forward. I need to calm down or I'm going to risk getting arrested at this point too. But hell, at least I'll have a rent-free place to stay by Monday. Just as I attempt to calm myself by heaving a few deep breaths, my stomach lets out a disturbed growl. I rub my belly as I glance at the time. And to top it all off, I haven't even been eating properly, trying to meet that stupid deadline. What was it even for in the first place? Maybe I should just grab some fast food, go home, and try to plan out how exactly I'm going to survive the next 72 hours. As I barely take a step forward, a speeding car honks angrily at me, causing me to quickly tumble backwards in an attempt to dodge it. An angry-looking man lowers down his window as he flashes me the finger.
Hey, what the hell? Watch where you're going, lady!
That's my line, you jerk. Where'd you learn to drive? I can't help but let out a shaky breath as I watch the drivers flip me off again before angrily taking off. I look down to catch the sight of myself on the floor, now with a few bleeding scratches adorning my hands and knees. I glance up to see people passing by left and right, but no one bothers to help me. Not so much as even spare me a glance. As I look up at the looming buildings on both sides of me, I can't tell what suddenly feels colder. The concrete of the floor or the hearts of the people in this city. Sorry, what? I let out what feels like the millionth sigh of the day as I wrap my arms around my frame from the chilly night air that's begun to settle in. As my apartment complex finally comes into view, I can't help but stop in place. Home sweet home, huh? Well, not for much longer anyways. As I reach for my keys, I catch sight of a wooden sign that seems oddly out of place resting against the streetlight next to me. Semi-annual farmers market, last sunrise to sundown, today only. I raise an eyebrow in the direction the sign points as I tilt my head towards the entrance of a nearby park. Farmers market. I didn't even know those happen in this kind of city. But maybe they'll have something cheap and good that I can grab for lunch tomorrow. Just about anything's better than that nasty burger I had for dinner, huh? With newfound interest, I decide to make my way towards the park. As I walk into the park, the realization of what time it is hits me as I watch people finish moving large tents and baskets into trucks. Damn, I missed it. I didn't realize how late it had already gotten. That sign was probably put up way earlier today, huh? Sorry, I bumped it into the microphone. I turned it off. Let me just check. Is it okay? It is. Yeah, more expired ramen for lunch it is. What a menu. Deciding to at least walk off the 90% grease, 10% burger I grabbed for dinner, I stroll down the venue and spot various folks still packing. The rustic and humble looking stalls of fruits and vegetables being sold grab my attention, but what intrigues me more is the people packing them. I watch as these vendors, most of whom are dressed in simple, worn clothes and mismatching colors, laugh and joke amongst each other. Many are covered in sweat and dirt from a hard day's work, but yeah. When you've been in the city for a really long time, you kind of you see these situations and you kind of feel like, oh, maybe I would just belong in a place like that. And then you go to these places that are more rural, and you realize that there's another nightmare going on in there, which is like everyone needs to know about your business. Yeah, there's also that. Oh yeah, they are feel more like a community. They are so sympathetic, and yeah, but then everyone wants to know about your life and your business. Yeah, it's like that. The look on their faces is what really captures my attention. Why do they look so happy? Despite the visible weariness of the day, almost every face I can spot is graced by an expression of utmost joy. As they chat amongst each other and continue packing, one would assume that perhaps they had the best sales day of their life. But the many carts of unsold fruits and vegetables in the back of several trucks dictates otherwise. They seem so genuinely happy. I can't help but feel a little jealous. As I smile sadly and continue walking forward, I almost near the end of a long street. Suddenly, out of the corner of my eye, a big sign decorated with vibrant flowers catches my attention. Help wanted, various positions open at Peachleaf Valley. Leave the city life behind and have a fresh, new start in the countryside. I find my eyes transfixed on the words written before me. For some reason, I can't help but read the sign over and over again, almost as if waiting for the words to sink into me. Leave the city life behind and have a fresh new start in the countryside. I can only blink blankly as I mumble the line aloud, but the sudden sound of approaching footsteps distracts me. I turn to look into the face of a short old man with a funny-looking mustache. The man shoots me a kind smile as he places a small crate of flowers down next to him before motioning towards the sign.
Evening there, missy. I'm afraid you're a bit late for the market. Seems you might have missed all the good deals, but, well, are you interested in hearing more about the valley by chance?
As if his question snaps me back into reality, I find myself instinctively shaking my head as I step back. Oh, no, sorry. I was just taking a look. I'll be going now.
Is that so? Well, all right then.
Have yourself a good night, young lady. Oh, and here. I can't help but blink twice as the old man holds up a pretty flower to my face, the same type as the ones filling the crates next to him. I'm sorry, I don't really have any money on me, and...
Now.
Gifts aren't meant to be paid for, you know. I never know when they are going to talk or not. At his warm words and cheerful expressions, I can't help but smile shyly as I take the vibrant, blooming flower from his hand. Thank you, it's very beautiful. Ain't it? Now go on and make sure you take an extra blanket to bed with you. It's getting awfully chilly these nights around here.
Wouldn't want you catching the sniffles for fun.
I nod my head as he shoots me a wave before turning around to continue loading more crates into the back of a small truck. As I turn around and continue my stroll forward, an appreciative smile forms on my lips. I bring the flower to my nose. A sweet, gentle scent fills my senses and I can't help feel my smile grow. You know, that's probably the nicest conversation I've had in weeks. This is like a type of rose. This is actually a type of rose that is actually very common in here. Like, I think like most people have like this idea of the rose. I don't know. It's like a rose that has like that shape, kind of like a tulip kind of thing, you know. I think most people imagine roses in that way. But for instance, in here, most of the natural roses that we have in here, in my country, they are more like this type. They're actually more like this type. And they are usually more like the white type ones. Yeah, it's like you see them everywhere. I secretly glance back at the old man as he waves over at another vendor while beaming a giant smile. The sign that was previously so fixated on seems to glow as a beam of moonlight reflects off it. I look down at the small flower in my hand as I twirl it. Just leave everything behind and start a brand new life in a little valley town, huh? Even just thinking about it seems so crazy. Almost like it's not even real. I just can't even imagine it. My pace eventually slows down as I stop completely. A few moments pass before I hesitantly turn around to look at the sign again. No, it's beyond crazy. It's more like impossible. Even more for someone like me who's never left the city before. I mean, come on, let's be real. I wouldn't even last a day without proper Wi-Fi. I'll probably go insane or something. My thoughts oppose my actions as I find myself standing once again in front of the sign. So why? As I reach out a hand to touch the words in front of me, I can't help but feel tears begin to prickle in my eyes. And as I trace the words "fresh new start" with my fingers, I can feel my throat tighten. So why does something so ridiculous, so absolutely absurd, just sound like a dream to me right now? Why does a small act of kindness from a stranger have me feeling like this? All at once, it feels as if the weight of it all has finally caught up to me. I feel a lump form in my throat as I desperately try to swallow the forming emotions inside of me. Honestly, I'm tired. I'm really, really tired. It seems nothing ever goes the way I hope it will, and I don't really know what to do anymore. Somehow, it feels everything I do is hopeless. I let out a shaky breath as I hear a pair of slow footsteps approach me. I don't even attempt to hide the tears welling in my eyes as I slowly look up to see the old man's face from before. He shoots me a warm, sympathetic smile as he points to the flower in my hand.
You know, where I'm from, that flower there is usually given to people who leave on a journey.
It's a way to hope for prosperous new beginnings wherever they might find themselves.
Some might lose their way, but
The flower is meant to remind them that no matter where along the path of life they might be,
they can always start again.
As I stare into the old man's eyes, I can't help but smile for only the second time today. His words resonate deeply within my heart. I gaze into the beautiful petals of the flower in my hand, and for a second it almost feels like they themselves are cheering me on. I feel a gentle hand place itself on my shoulder as I look up once again.
What's your name, Missy?
It's Serafina.
A fine name at that. Now then, tell me, are you interested in hearing more about the valley? It's never too late to start a brand new adventure, ain't it?
I never know when he's going to talk. Actually, it would be cool if they put it, like when they have like before the sentence, that's what I want to say. Before the sentence, sometimes when it's like this, partially voiced, they put like a tiny icon in here, like telling us that someone is going to talk. That would actually be like a good implement in here. It's just like that. I chuckle as I weep a few more stray tears from... No, it's a wipe, right? Weeping? No, weeping. As I chuckle as I weep a few more stray tears from my eyes, and I nod my head resolutely. I am interested. Could you tell me more? It's incredible how the decisions that have the power to change our lives completely seem to happen in the blink of an eye. And from those very decisions, the seeds of our futures sprout and bloom into the very lives set out before us.
Well, here we are. Welcome to the valley. Is what I'd originally say, but...
Oh, but unfortunately, then you have this, which is like really partial, even during the sentences. But unfortunately, our destination lies just beyond this here trail of tricks, as I call it. It would be better if they would just do the whole phrase, it's just a whole phrase, I climb out of the passenger seat of Earl's truck as I look into a steep mountain trail. Trail of tricks.
Yep, this one's a bugger.
For folks heading up into the valley, gets real slippery due to the rain this time of year. However, for those crossing by foot, there's a short little forest path right through there that'll get you to the other side in less time than you can say moo. Will we be going by foot for the rest of the way then?
Well,
As much as I enjoy nature, I'll hate to leave my truck here to it, especially filled with all my flowers and veggies still on board.
here's what we'll do.
You go on ahead through that path by foot, and I'll meet you out on the other side since I get this darn truck over this here trail. Sounds alright? Are you sure you can get the truck up there by yourself, Earl? Earl lets out a roaring laugh as he places his hand on his small, thin waist before patting the back of his truck. I mean, he's probably used to already.
Oh, you bet!
Me and old Bessie here have been together for a lot tougher than this. I'll tell you that. It just gets to be a real bumpy ride up there, and I'll hate for you to get all green and goobery on me. Sorry, goobery on me. Besides, gets you warmed up for walking. You'll be doing lots of that where we're going. I can't help but chuckle at Earl's positive demeanor shines through my worries. I nod my head and grab a small bag as I head towards the opening of the forest path he pointed out. Well then, I'll take your word for it. I'll head on through and see you in a bit.
It'll be a darn jiffy.
Make sure you stay on the path now. You hear? Can be losing you in the forest on your moving day. You see, I wouldn't know what to do with all your pink suitcases. They don't match my eyes one bit. Earl earns another laugh out of me as we wave to each other before I walk through a small open path between several bushes. Oh God, I'm getting hungry again. As I walk in through the dense shrubbery, I can make out a visible path heading towards an opening not too far away. I coach my back closer as I begin my trek while pinning my head around to take in the sights. Wow, I don't think I've ever seen this much green before in my life. Even the air feels so different here. It feels so fresh. I walk forward a few more steps as I take in the emerald scenery around me. Trees, plants, and flowers, some the likes I've never seen before, all seem to quietly bloom in place. I can hear the sound of leaves rustling in the wind as an incredibly calming sensation seems to reverberate through the entire area. This place feels so soothing, almost like it's... My inner monologue is interrupted as I unexpectedly bump into something soft. I'm sorry, it's got a bit complicated in here.